Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal.
Hey, my baddies, what's good, what's goody, girls? All right, look, I know y'all heard me say baddies, yes, because that's what y'all are. Y'all are baddies. Y'all not my babies. Like, I would hope and love to think that everybody that's watching my stuff, or people that's watching my stuff, we like in the same age bracket. You know, age bracket. How old are you, Tanisha? If you don't know, I am 21. Girl, I'm on my way to 30, baby. I'm on my way, Shunny. She's knocking on the door, okay? And let me tell y'all how excited I am about it, girl, okay? So, quick, what do you call it? I guess a highlight of what I've been doing, or what I had going on, or why I've been missing. Honestly, guys, I didn't know exactly what it was that I was giving, or like I was really doing with my YouTube channel. I just one day got up and I was like, you know, well, if you don't know, I do have an online shoe store that's definitely in construction, but I do have an online shoe store. And you know, like by doing research and so on and so forth, you know, everything I was like listening to, watching, I had like at the time about 2 to 3 mentors, and they were just saying like, you know, just put yourself out there. So I started doing YouTube, TikTok, so on and so forth, Instagram, just kind of being more deliberate and intentional on my Instagram, blah blah blah. And for me, I just got to a point, you know what, I'm in Walmart, and y'all know people be all in your face and stuff, so I'm about to just kind of do a quick little hide in the back somewhere. Y'all know how it be, so we can talk, girl, because I don't want nobody up in our face. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. So, perfect. Child, no child. The sheriff's over here. It don't matter. I don't mind. They can look at my face as much as they want to. Don't care. Give y'all something good to look at. It's the least I can do, you know? So yeah. I didn't know exactly what it was that I was honestly doing with my channel. I was just posting quick. Oh, it's just not staying the way I want to, so I had to put it behind my ear. But whatever, I'll leave it here. Okay, so yeah, I was not being as intentional as I wanted to on my channel. Like, I would just wake up one day and I'm like, okay, what I want to talk about, boom, I'm gonna talk about this, and that was it. I never planned my stuff. I was not intentional. I wasn't organized with it, you know. Like, of course I was still being myself, kind of showing my crazy side of me, but at the same point in time, I was not being an asset to my channel. There was different videos that I was being an asset, like my how to gain, the Miss Desire scam. I had like another scam, like, you know, of like these website, and that's when I felt like I got like the most feedback from it. And that's what I want to do. I don't just want to, sorry y'all, like I just need to make sure y'all good. All right, yeah, so I don't just want to like post just to post on my channel. I want to be more intentional. I want to be more deliberate on my channel, and I want to give y'all exactly what it is that I'm dealing with, or mastering, or targeting at the time. So what I've been on for the last 2 years, honestly, is myself. I've been on a self journey, a self development, self-love journey for the last, I would want to say, consistently for 2 years. I've been single for 3 years, but the single didn't necessarily push me into my journey, but it did open my eyes to certain things that I didn't like, I didn't want. And within time, I don't know, I just like woke up one day, I felt like, and I'm like, what are you doing, you know? Or what I used to do, like, you know, let's say when I was in a relationship, the minute, you know, we get into an argument or we break up, like, I'll just start listening to self. But the minute we get back together, I'm him, you know? And I wasn't doing it for myself. So the minute I started doing things intentionally for myself, guys, listen, I have people come to me on a regular, okay? Like a regular, and it's usually females that would come to me and like, you look so happy. Like yesterday, at the gym, I had like one of the attendants, she was like, She's like, every time I see you, just look so happy. So she was like, girl, that man must be. I said, ain't no man, honey. I said, I'm the man, okay? I said, God above, that's the only man I got. And if you want to talk about, something make me happy, that's me. And, we just started talking, and she was like, girl, you the truth, And she was like, well, do you, like, you post stuff or whatever? And what I started to do, guys, I started to post a lot of my stuff on my I just recently, I want to say within a 2-week span, just kind of like posting little short clips on my stories, like whilst I'm in the gym, like being, whilst I'm really motivated and like in my bag, just kind of letting people know, like, let's get up, let's do some stuff about ourselves, like, let's be consistent, let's so on and so forth. And the reason why I started doing it was not to sell. I just felt like, and I'm a believer that God gives you certain things, and when he gives it to you, you have to share it, you know what I mean? And you have to tell somebody, and whatever it is, that whether it's money, you have a lot of it, the worst thing you can do is hold it in your bag, hold it in your pocket, give it out so you can receive more. That's what self-development is, like self-learning who you are, where, things that you thought that, was for you, or, makes you, and then you realize, well, no, this had nothing to do with me. Listen, when you start to work on self, you would go back to things that happened years ago, and then you realize, that's why I did that. That started like breaking down, like, like, what made you like, what made you make you so angry? And for me, it was a lot of, me having to protect myself for such a long time. You know what I mean? Like, me having from being 5 years old and feeling like, I don't know, I felt like I had to protect myself. And then you get older and you start to tell, some of your family members or whatever, and they basically tell you they don't believe you, or, like, you should not say anything about it because it's going to cause a rift. So you just don't say nothing. But I don't say nothing verbally, but the minute you say, like, the minute you push my buttons, it's done. So again, those were the things I had to work on. I'm still a work in progress, I promise, guys. But those are things like about me that I don't like about myself. And I tell people, if you don't like it, change it. We're so focused on like other people and their opinions and what they're going to say, how they're going to feel, or,
oh yeah, but she never acted like that.
I don't care, honey. I don't act like that for a reason. You better thank God. Okay. So that's what I started to do. I started to look at certain things about my life that I didn't like. If you grew up with me, and of course, like, I don't know if you ever heard that name before, but they tell you, especially in the entrepreneurship field, they tell you to basically, I can't say the quote verbatimly, but when you're trying to excel or grow in a place or a box that you were raised in, meaning your city, your country, wherever that may be, and you're so attached to other people, it's hard to pull yourself out of there, because there's so much people that knows you for your past, you know what I mean, and don't care to know you for your future. So that's the reason why a lot of times they tell you to excel, to grow, to expand, and that's where I'm at in my life. I'm in an expansion in my life, and I'm so excited about it. All right, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been focused on. We have like 5 more minutes to go, so let's just get into this conversation right quick. The conversation is about consistency. The conversation is about New Year 2022. Thank God. But it's so much people that start off within the year, wait for January 1st. They're in the gym. Y'all, I'm not going in the gym January 1st. I'm going tomorrow, which is the 31st, because I know the 1st is over. Yeah, you have people that start off like, oh, I'm about to go to the gym, whether that's a relationship. They say, okay, well, if he try me or she try me in the new year, I'm done. I ain't doing it. Oh, I want to travel this place. I want to do this. I want to start a business. I'm going to start. They start off with the vision boards. They write it down in the book. They put it on the mirror. They start off good. They start real good. And then let's just say something goes wrong, whatever that may be. Or, you go out to the club one night and you were on this roll, and, going to the gym consistently. Well, not consistently, but you started going to the gym, and you go to the club, or your homegirls or your homeboys, oh, let's go out this night. You get drunk, get messed up. You got to be to the gym 7 a.m. Now you busted. You wake up 5 o'clock, probably 6. You look up, oh, man, I ain't going to make that. And then you just stop. Out of nowhere, you just stop, right? And that New Year's resolution thing goes into 2023 resolution thing. And the reason why it happens is I don't think it has nothing to do with, you know, your dream is not big enough or whatever. You had a dream when you started off. Your consistency was the problem. Okay, you start something and you stop, and a lot of people, and that's what consistency is. Consistency is doing something when you don't even want to do it. Okay, when you feel like, bro, but you got to. Okay, a lot of us, especially as single mothers, we don't want to get up every day and go to freaking work for nobody. I damn sure don't. But guess what? I got to. Right? And the reason why we don't look at it in that way or form is because, okay, we have to, in a sense, like, oh, we a single mama. If we don't do it, or ain't nobody giving us nothing, so we gonna have to. Likewise to your life, likewise to your career, likewise to the person you want to be. If you don't continuously do it, guess what? It would never happen. Period. So I feel like the one thing that we should target is consistency. And how do you target consistency? By doing minute things every single day. The smallest of things every day. Whether that's just waking up every single morning at the same time, making up your bed every single morning, the smallest things. And I promise you, and I know it sounds so cliche, but it happened to me. The minute I started doing one thing, I swear to you, like, I'll jump into the next, you know what I mean? But it's not like, okay, I started this, and I stop. No, the minute I master something, and for me, I've learned that once I do one thing and I consistently do it, I can do whatever I want to do. You know what I mean? My part now comes in, and I'll be honest with you guys, where when I know I can do something and the time I feel like, and that's the one thing I had to learn, that I'm on God timing. You know what I mean? And when I'm on God timing, I don't know. How you gonna know? That's God. How you gonna know? You know? But you can always get like those little signs of, it's like, all right, it's right there. You know what I mean? Once you continuously do something. But when you kind of start, it's hard to see anything, because you're just starting and stopping. Then you want to blame God. You want to blame everything else around you. But the person that you should be looking at is you. Okay? I'm about to close this off because we're about to we're 7 seconds away from 15 minutes. We might just hop into 16 minutes, 17 minutes. But that's the stop. And the reason why what really pushed me and motivated me to talk about it was, well, I've been wanting to, but so yesterday at work, we were just having normal conversations I have with one of my coworkers. He's such a sweet guy. And I think I was talking about, like, me wanting to close in my gap. That's what I was talking about. I want to close in my gap but I do truly feel like I'm definitely going to get Invisalign this year. So I was talking, and he was like, well, why would you get it? He was like, well, is it for you, or, you know, he was like, if somebody else don't see it, he was like, why would it matter, or something like that. I'm like, because it's not for somebody else. It's for me and what I want. You know what I mean? It's what makes me happy, you know? And I'm sorry, y'all, the lighting is crazy right now because it's a lot going on. But, yeah, so I was like, you know, it would make me happy to do it. And he's like, you know, we were just kind of getting into the conversation of, you know, like, looking good, feeling good, self-care, skincare, and all this stuff. And he, in so many words, he basically said, like, he don't wake up in the morning and look at nothing on him or on his body, or he care about it, because it's like he don't have purpose. It's like he just wakes up every day and he's just here. And I brought tears to my eyes, like in the back of my head, kind of. But I knew, and that's one of the biggest goals for me, is to be a motivational speaker. I knew it was like one of the things where I just had to jump in and, like, let him know, like, no, wait, hold up. You know what I mean? Like, you are important to you before you're important to anybody else. You know what I mean? If you just rely on, or your happiness come from one person, the minute you're by yourself, this is how you feel, because you feel like you don't have a purpose. But if you had a girlfriend, or you had something that felt like you were connected to, you would have been saying that. Right? You would at least, you know, well, yeah, I do have my this, but you don't have. And that was his situation. He didn't have anybody, you know. So that is something that he's fighting with. Like, you know, well, I don't have nobody, so why should I? But you have you know. And I say that to say, guys, when I tell y'all, when he said that to me, it just literally touched me in a whole different way, because it's like, it's so much people that have this mindset. You know what I mean? The minute they get into a relationship, now they want to get their hair done. Now they want to put on their makeup. They want to wear heels. But before, they're not doing that. And I'm like, then you wonder why, when something goes wrong, you're back in this, like, fetal position. I was one of those persons. Literally, like, the minute something went wrong, I don't want to eat. Like, girl, I'm losing weight. You know what I mean? And it was like I started to live with somebody else. And that is the worst place to be in life. You hear what I say? So now I'm at a place in my life where, again, I'm consistent on what I want. I'm consistent in, you know, me working out. And my workout, I tell people too, a lot of times, and the reason why I work out, I don't necessarily work out to see gains or to see losers. I work out because I know if I can consistently do this, something that's so important, help, you know, your body, I can do anything I want. And let me tell y'all something. It ain't nothing I can't do. And guess what? 2022, baby. Be prepared to see me on here because I'm not going anywhere, okay? I'm adding values, honey. I'm going to be an asset. I am an asset to YouTube. Period. Okay, let's go, y'all. 2022, be consistent. Whatever that is, whatever you say, it ain't gonna be easy. Ain't nothing in life easy, especially when you work it on you. That is one of the hardest things to do, I promise you. But once you consistent with it, it becomes easy. Now it's to the point, like I tell people, honey, I've been single 3 years, and in order for you to come in this frequency and vicinity, what are you bringing to the table? I know what I got. I got a lot of love to give, and I'm ready to give it. Okay, I'm ambitious. Like, you know, I'm going to be successful. You know what I mean? Whatever I pour into, it's gonna be something coming up out of there. Okay, I am blessed and draped in God, baby. So, baby, you with me, you gonna get prayed for every single day. Okay, I'm a communicator. I love to communicate. Okay, I love to love on my man. You know what I mean? I love to surprise my man. So I had to learn who I am and live in that, number one. And then number two, that conversation about relationships, y'all, we're gonna have that, okay? But again, once I learned how to be consistent in what I want out of my life, every single thing, y'all, I promise y'all, just comes together. So before we sit here, y'all, and we make these resolutions, are you gonna be consistent? That's the biggest question. Am I gonna be consistent? Am I ready to be consistent? No matter what. A debt in the family, and that's one of the biggest things you already know. Are you going to be consistent? Anybody know? If you don't know, my daughter has hydrocephalus, okay? She has fluid in her brains. My baby had over freaking 12 surgeries. So let me tell y'all something. That is my world. You hear what I'm saying? But I promise y'all, what I want out of life, she can't even stop me. You hear what I'm saying? She's not stopping me because I know what it is out here, what I want. And I'm going to always be prayed up no matter what the situation is. But at the same point in time, for a fact, whatever I want out of life, I know I have to go out and get it. See, whatever I want out of life, I know I have to go out there and get it, regardless of the situation. Okay? It ain't going to come and get me. It ain't going to come and get me. Okay? Period. Like, I'm at the point in my life where I'm preparing for the what ifs. What ifs? What if it happened? Do you stop? Do you give up? Do you revert back to this person? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right. So, y'all, I love you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I told you I'm ready. If y'all don't have a planner for 2022, make sure y'all have a planner. Okay. This planner is way bigger than my other one. Mine was the 2021 was way smaller, but I got bigger stuff to do. So why not get a big planner? Okay. So I got my YouTube content for the first month planned out. I have my goals that I need to do for the first month planned out. I have my first, and then a lot of times we start off with what we want for 5 years. Let's start off with what we want for the first month. Let's start off with the first month. And once you start to see, okay, boom, I done chopped that off. What I can do for February now, okay? So let's start off smaller. Let's start with the yearly plans. Let's do a 6-month plan. Let's do a monthly plan. You know, play it by day sometimes. Shit, who knows? Because a lot of times, too, when we sit there and we say, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, and we put so much on our plate, we get overwhelmed. And then one day we wake up and be like, okay, forget it, I'm done. The consistency stop. Consistency do not stop. We're not stopping this year. We not. And if you is, you on the wrong channel. Because guess what? You're going to see a whole lot of consistency over here. All right. Like I said, guys, we have a whole lot of stuff coming up this month. I'm going to just kind of give you a quick synopsis of what we're doing. So the first one I did, of course, I just did this, how to stay consistent in 2022, how to start your self-love journey, how to be intentional about your life, being single and abstinent for 3 years, self-care day, how to avoid distractions, how to start your day intentionally, dating in 2022, my journey to 30, how to set boundaries for family, friends, etc., learning your love language, and last but not least, how to be equally yoked with your partner. So if y'all want to hear some of that, make sure, like I said, you like, you comment. Make sure, most importantly, you got to subscribe, honey. Subscribe, all right? And if you have any questions, any relatability, again, leave comments down below. I love you guys so much. I'm not going nowhere. I don't care if I get one freaking view. I ain't going nowhere, all right? This year, this channel, we hitting the thou wow, okay? We might hit them over, not might. If we hit over 1,000, no, ain't no if. We gonna hit over 1,000, period. Even if it's 1,001. Well, I don't just say 1,000. I just make stuff everything. I promise y'all. People names I mess up. They be like, my name is Amanda. I call them A or Mandy or something, or Amanda. Like, I just find nicknames for everything. All right, I love you guys. Let's make sure we're blessed up, we're praised up, honey. We are in high spirits. We are in abundance. Okay, live in your purpose. Start living in it today. I love you guys. See you guys in the next video.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal.